Bridge to Freedom activity came into being at the beginning of the 1950s through the dispensation received by our beloved Ascended Master Elmira. He saw the urgent need of the hour and the need to help Saint Germain in his great endeavour to purify this earth and the life on it. The following explanation is from a booklet published in the 1950s explaining the Bridge to Freedom activity. What is the Bridge to Freedom activity? The Bridge to Freedom activity is a consciously created span or bridge over which man's consciousness may proceed into the consciousness of the great host of ascended divine beings, whose present urgent endeavours are to save mankind and the earth from colossal disaster at this time of great cosmic import, and to proceed harmoniously into the permanent golden age ordained by God on earth. Through the Bridge to Freedom activity, man can now cooperate with these divine beings and their counsels on mankind's behalf. A bridge, to be worthy of the name, must have firm, positive anchorage at both ends of the span. There is no question of the divine side of life and their anchorage. Now man, not by whip of human will, but by love of divine will, must volunteer to help anchor this side, so that the counsels, the plans, the activities of these great divine beings can become active on earth as they already are in heaven. Know the truth. God's will be done. Peace on earth as it is in heaven. Life on earth as it is in heaven. These cosmic fiats now must be made a reality on earth, to, through, and by all races, all creeds, all colours. For earth's divine destiny is to be the fulfilment of God's plan, divine will and divine wisdom, not man's concepts and opinions of such. Know the truth, and the truth, when scientifically applied, will set man free. The truth and its scientific application is the consciousness of these great divine beings, who have graduated from human into divine consciousness by right use of life. Only one who has graduated from a human being into an ascended being is infallible and capable of showing another the way back home. Thus again, the bridge is not only a convenience, but a necessary span whereby the scientific application of divine law can be lured into human consciousness by those who have successfully applied that law, and therefore are the law, as the word Lord signifies. In the pages of the Bridge to Freedom Journal and other Bridge to Freedom publications are given the divine explanation and practical application of the laws governing life. The Bridge to Freedom activity is already in action in many places and countries of the earth. The sign of the times. Since all mankind are involved, just so should all mankind now become vitally and actively interested, for all are using life, God's life, not their life. God life is now, always has been, and always will be correctly lived only by loving obedience to the divine laws of life. The Bridge to Freedom is the final span that now makes it possible for man to revivify his long-lost memory of God's laws, apply them under divine guidance, and free himself and this planet while there is yet time. As the signs of the times are upon man right now, this is not scare propaganda. The planet Earth and all her peoples are now under the divine fiat of God's will to fulfill his will and move forward using light as their guide and tool, not shadows. Those who obey God's will move into action to do so now. Of these is the Bridge to Freedom made strong. These are the active bridge builders. This new wine, spiritual truth, is not come in the old bottles. This new wine is come uncontaminated, direct, over the bridge from heaven's realm into the outer consciousness of the alert and earnest individual. Love, pure divine love, is its motive and purpose. This is an excerpt from the address of our beloved Mahachahan upon the opening of his retreat on May the 15th, 1952, at Ceylon, India. The supreme importance of the hour. Each of the 7 planets of the present physical sun must be quickened to enter and sustain itself in the orbit of the graduating planet. Great beings are delegated to the task of quickening the vibrations of those planets, and we, whose responsibility rests with the Earth, must prepare our planet and her people to vibrate at the rate of Venus's present perfection. We are therefore of necessity forced to reach mankind quickly, all of them. For this moment we have invested in you our love, our life, our radiation, and I shall expect every assistance in the cosmic push of the hour. Every other planet of our sun has already signaled ready. Yet the cosmos must wait on the Earth, and we must soon have that go-ahead sign from the hearts of men. Help us speed that day. The following was given by beloved Elmira under his pen name Thomas Prince as editor of the Bridge to Freedom journals and publications. The requirement of the hour. Again, the new wine, uncontaminated, flows forth. The time has arrived when it is not sufficient in itself to accept the existence of the masters of wisdom. It is not sufficient to gratify the feeling nature in reading and rereading their words. It is not sufficient to invoke the light to dispel the darkness of human ignorance. The requirement of the hour is to apply what has been taught, not only in recent years but during the past centuries. The requirement of the hour is for man to acquaint himself with the present activities of the Great White Brotherhood. The requirement of the hour is for each man to turn within, consciously contact and connect his outer consciousness with his own Christ self, and thus becoming not only a receiving but a radiating center to all the life he contacts in his daily living. To satisfy this requirement is the service that the Bridge has come to render.